Hey guys, welcome to Perfect Timing. Thank you guys for watching. Please like and subscribe the buttons here on the bottom. Thank you so much.
Why do you look so drained? Remind me of what's your name. Is anybody listening to you? Does anybody really care for you? I can tell that I can tell that you haven't been good.
Guys, to Perfect Timing. Today's guest. Listen, he's an indie pop artist slash songwriter slash beautiful voice that God sent him. Okay, like this guy, like if there was a voice and there was an angel of a voice, it will be him. His name is Narrowhaven. How you doing today, boss?
Hey man, how's it going?
Good, bro. Good. Yeah, see, I told you I wasn't joking about the intros.
Not at all. Great.
Oh man, so where to begin? Actually, you know what? How did you start music, bro?
How did I start music?
Yeah.
Let's see. Well, start off with like just learning piano. I learned it from one of my pastors back in the day, back when I first started getting into music. Like when I was 12, I first started like with just simple chord progressions and stuff like that, and chord shapes and inversions and stuff like that. And then that's what he taught me, and then I just kind of took it from there. That's when I was about 12, and then as soon as I figured out how to like plug MIDI into a keyboard, like into a computer, then I just started recording as soon as I figured out how to write stuff. And so yeah, so about 12 or 13 is when I started like getting into music. But,
Wow.
yeah.
And the way you write, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I was listening. I was like, yo, this guy is mad deep. Why is I what like, bro? You like reach my soul. So I was like, dang, that makes sense. Why you got like everything all planned out, all beautifully pianoed out. I'm just like, all right.
Yeah.
But I gotta pick up on my singing, bro. Like, teach me,
Yeah, I love writing stories and songs. Like, yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, man. Like bro. You got it. I'm not lying. You got it. Yes. So tell me about the writing process of, losing faith.
Losing faith. Okay, that was a fun one. So that just first started out with that piano lick.
Yeah.
The bum 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 bum. That just started with that simple idea.
Yeah.
And then kind of took it from there. I found out the chorus first. So I played that piano part. I'm like, okay, this could be a cool verse. And then I started singing melody. I was like, well, this couldn't really go with the verse. So I wrote that chorus then.
Wow.
So it took me forever to write those verses because like I wanted them to be so like solid, like something to write around that chorus.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then when that bridge kicked in, I was like, oh, I could hear the choir before I even recorded it. So I was like, oh, I really want this to be like big, soulful, almost gospel-y.
Yeah.
It's like the whole renew my faith, like is like that, kind of take me to church kind of feel.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of where that was. That's where the thought was behind that. So
I love that.
Yeah.
I love it because it's so, grand and big, and the way I felt like it was very, to me, it sounded very inspirational in a lot of ways. And when you're talking about, the relationship and stuff like that, I was like, okay, getting deep in my soul like that. All right, that's what we're gonna do today. Yeah. I understand. So, and how long was that writing process? Because you said you wanted to make sure it was solid, right? So did it take like 6 months for each verse?
Let's see. It wasn't more than like 3 months, I don't think. Once I got that chorus down, the verses just kind of let's see, I'm trying to think. I think each verse took like a good month each, and then the bridge another month. So yeah, probably about 3 months total. So I like wrote that lick and that chorus like right away, and then I just let it sit for a while, and then just worked some verses till then. So
that's awesome. And tell me about Stutter.
Stutter. Let's see. where that one's
your newest and latest single out.
Yeah.
So tell me about that.
And that started with, let's see, how did I start that one? I think that one started with the lyric. So I'll start off sometimes with like either a musical idea or a lyrical idea. And this one started off with that lyrical idea of just like the summer days, baby, your gaze is fleeting. And I was like, ooh, I could work with this. So yeah, it all started with that. And like the rest of it kind of came naturally. The second verse was a bit harder to write, but yeah, everything else kind of like really just fit into place right away.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that I was listening to a lot of like more ambient kind of singer-songwriter stuff. Like I don't know if you know, like let's see, Luca Fogali. I forget how exactly pronounce that, but that kind of stuff.
I don't know who that is.
Yeah, no, like a bunch of these other kind of ambient artists that are like towing the line between singer-songwriter and alternative rock or whatever.
Yeah.
And then I just kind of took those influences and then turned it into kind of a soft pop ballad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's very interesting, bro. And like, so who are your main inspirations when, you know, do you have any main inspirations, I should say, when you're writing?
Yeah. For me, it started off with like, back in the day, I was listening to like really lyrically solid, like artists like Reliant K, Owl City, like super witty lyrical songwriters. And I don't know, I just kind of really latched onto that lyrical depth aspect of writing, and then kind of took it from there. From there, I like growing up, I listened to other artists, singer-songwriters. I really got into Phineas, Lewis Capaldi, this other guy named Plested, a bunch of UK artists. Like there are a lot of singer-songwriters from the UK that are like really solid in their songwriting. So yeah, let's see who else. Like James Bay, more piano driven stuff.
Yeah,
is like kind of what I learned. I didn't learn guitar till I was like 15 or 16, so it's kind of really a secondary instrument for me. But yeah, all those other artists are like mostly chill artists. I listen to like sad stuff. So, I'm generally a happy guy. Like I listen to sad music. I don't know. So,
bro, I feel like, but I mean, it's your aesthetic, though. I mean, like, I feel like it works for you, and the way you portray, you know, give off your music feel, it gives off. Obviously, you're not feeling that way, but it feels like you're so in tune with your feelings. It's like, bro, this is crazy. You know what I'm saying? That's the way I feel about it. I'm just like.
Sure,
So it's a beautiful thing, bro. Like, I mean, embrace it. Like, obviously, obviously, you're not gonna feel sad. Like, I just feel like it's the melody of the sadness, but the lyrics are really deep. That's what I'm saying. Like,
yeah,
you're not sad, but like, you know. So next question: how did you meet .irg? There we go.
IRG. Let's see. Well. Can I refer to him as Isaac?
Oh yeah, bro. I've been calling him I've been saying my cousin the whole time. Everybody has been introducing me to. So I just, you know, I wanted to do it right this time. So sorry.
One of his aliases. So I met him at school at Lancaster Bible College. Met him at I think it was one of those graphic design classes, and I met him there. And like during one of the introductions, like. Everybody was introducing themselves and like an interesting fact about themselves. And when I came around, I said that I was a singer-songwriter or whatever, that I made music. And then he found out about that, and he's like, "Oh, dude, that I make music and do stuff like that." So he's like, "I listen to your stuff, and it's pretty sick." So I'm like. Dude, your stuff is insane. Like at that point, he had already released New Jersey, a bunch of other cool stuff. Like I was really vibing with that. And so, yeah, we just connected after that, met all his music friends and basically just started writing right away. So Yeah, it's been cool.
You guys really mesh well together. That's the crazy part, because, like I said, I mean, he gave me a lot of exclusives. Boy, let me tell you,
Is there?
bro. I heard the feature with you on it too. I was like, bruh.
Yep.
And I think it was Winter. I think you were on, right? The Winter albums.
Wintertide, maybe.
Yeah, the Winter. Yeah, yo.
Dude, that first song, like Wintertide, I released that when I was like, I don't remember. I may have been 18 at the time, and I detest that song now.
Are you
like,
serious? Wait,
I can't stand listening to it because like I'm like, this was such a different time in my life.
Yeah.
My writing was absolutely awful. I literally wrote that song and recorded that song in one day, and
what?
yeah, and I'm just like, I just put it out on SoundCloud or whatever. I think I might have put it out on other platforms too for a bit, but then like, yeah, but that's where it started. So yeah.
Well, I'm telling you, bro, like sometimes you ain't gonna like everything. I mean, surprisingly, the other stuff people obviously will like more, but
yeah,
the song that we don't like the most, usually people always like more, and I'm just like, wow. I'm trying to understand, and I'm just like, this is like my opinion, the worst song on the album, right, or whatever, and they'll be like, oh no, this is my favorite.
Yeah.
What the? All right,
yeah.
So I completely get it. More than you know. Trust me.
Yes, sir. Oh yeah.
Have you ever battled with mental health, depression? Like in that type of aspect of life?
Sure. Yeah. No, like in college, I was kind of always like that. I was burning myself out like every semester, basically. I got married in my sophomore year, like going into my sophomore year of college.
Yeah.
And I was a full-time student, had a wife, and was doing a part-time job over at Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
And we were living like 45 minutes away, basically, from where everything was, like from work and from school.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, I was burning myself out every semester, and I didn't even realize it really until until the pandemic started, like back in 2020.
Wow.
Because like I thought I could make it through, I just powered my way through,
Yeah.
Back in the beginning of 2020, let's see, we had a daughter like right away. So we had I had a kid, wife, full-time school, full-time job in the summer. So like, yeah. But by the spring semester of 2020, like I might have been in my senior year by then. I was as soon as that pandemic hit and I was able to spend some time at home, I just realized how incredibly exhausted I was from just running myself in every direction all the time.
Yeah.
And trying to fulfill all the obligations that, or at least that I felt I was obligated to do. So at that point, I told myself I knew I needed to take a step back and rearrange my priorities. And from there, it was like, it's been great. Like ever since then, I found a job like right after, like in November. It's been a year since I've been at this church job.
Yeah.
For a year, and yeah, it's just been great. Like I feel so much more refreshed, and more energetic, I guess, and have more time for people, which I never had time for other people before, and even for my wife, which was really it was not good. It was not good where we were at.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm loving it now.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good. So could for now, obviously we want to talk about more about marriage now. And obviously, I know you have a kid now, right?
Yeah.
So what's some advice you can give some married people? Obviously I'm engaged as well. We're almost there. You know what I'm saying? We're catching up, guys. But what's some advice you can give some married people who you know, or in a rough patch?
I would say just make sure you're making time for each other. I mean, quality time is always something that we've been trying to stress.
Mhm.
Like before 2020, we never really found time for each other. Like special things are very important, but like not as important as just spending the one-on-one time with each other.
Yeah.
And you know, it doesn't even have to be all that long. Like even at night, like for me, after you put the kid to bed,
Yeah.
like just make sure you're just spending eye to eye time, like, and being with each other and enjoying each other's presence. Just yeah, I I I really started to appreciate her more when I
Yeah.
actually, because yeah, it's just so tough when you're just running around and doing so much stuff and fill your life with so much busyness,
Yeah.
um, that it's hard to include each other in other things. So yeah, what I'd say is just do stuff together.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I got you, bro.
yeah,
So, long story short, quality time spent, doesn't matter how long it is, just have quality time.
yeah. Oh, for sure. Yep.
Yeah, got you. Um, and how old is your kid now?
She's gonna be 3 in February.
Oh,
So
congrats, bro. On
yeah.
everything, literally, on everything. Yes.
Thanks.
Yes, bro. Like, I love your music, and like, I just want to tell you, like, your journey seems like it's been long, but it's been, you know, seems like it's been going up at the same time.
Yeah.
And I love that. I love to see that, bro.
It's been a slow climb, but yes, we're
Yeah.
getting there.
Yes, yes. And I learned now not too long ago that LOA now is officially disbanded. Am I correct?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. So it's kind of like repurposed to be leftover society. So yeah, it's kind of like a more of a management service than an actual collective of people. So yeah.
Yeah, he told me. So I have an update. So I just want people to know what's going on as well. So it's just you and Naomi, correct?
Yes, for now. I think we might have added another person, but I'm not fully aware. So
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He did tell me one more person. I just
yeah,
forgot. So what's that like now? Since it's a whole new, you know, venture, I guess you could say.
yeah. I still have to connect with them a lot more, but like to see exactly what it's going to look like.
Mhm.
But yeah, I'm not really sure what it's going to look like right now. But it's
Yeah.
gonna he's going to take over a bit more of like the stats and stuff, and just management in general, I guess.
Yeah.
So all the stuff that I don't really have time for,
Mhm.
that yeah, he's gonna take care of like
That's good.
that kind of stuff. I'm not really familiar with like management and stuff like that because
Yeah.
I've never needed one. I've never done anything like that. So
Yeah.
I'm kind of just going. We're kind of both going into it like not entirely sure what we're doing, but we're kind of gonna be learning from each other, learning with each other, so and
Yeah.
teaching each other. So yeah,
100%. And let me tell you, because I've worked with Isaac on a few occasions, you know, having conversations with him, you know, and me and him really be feeding off each other. It's really weird, but like, because I do like 20 things. Okay, I'm not gonna lie.
yeah,
I have like 20 things that I do,
yeah,
and management's one of them, and all this other stuff. And working with him, me and him literally pass each other ideas. Like, okay, hey, I need you to get on this or do this together. And I ain't gonna lie, on my end, I'm kind of slacking on my own music career. Okay, I admit it. Okay, I admit it. But I ain't gonna lie, bro. Like, I prefer doing these interviews with you. You know, giving me some time to like, when I release music, I'll release music. Just be calm. You know what I'm saying? And I want to do it right. So like the way your music's coming out, I love. Like I said, each song is so like, I feel like it's so purposeful that it's like you don't have to release music obviously every time. But I saw you've been releasing it, you know, back to back. Now I'm just like,
yep.
he's on a roll today. Look at this guy. Like, I won't say like you. That's okay. Silas killing it. I'm just like, what? That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, and it's a beautiful thing to see. So, where do you see yourself in the next 5 years?
5 years?
Yeah,
Let's
bro.
see. I'm hoping to be at about. I would love to make some money off of what I'm doing musically. I'm not sure what that looks like. Not really sure how it's gonna happen, but I'd love to be able to find out how that could work. It might not be with touring. It might not be with how I think it might look, but I would love to see that happen. I'd love to be at maybe 500,000 listeners, maybe monthly listeners on Spotify.
Yeah,
something like that. And then, yeah, that's probably where I'd be at for my music career. I would love to be able to get onto like more TV or movie or like something like that, some sort of synced placement for something like that, and get my music for more stuff like that. But yeah.
So, question, if you don't mind me asking.
Yeah.
So in a sense of placement, you mean like, so we say like there's a random movie, right? And you want your music played on there, correct? That's what you're saying?
Yeah, something like that. You're like a TV show or a commercial, like that kind of placement. Yeah.
So what is, let me see. So after, going through your, phases of, depression and all that, having a wife, kids, and obviously we talked about the 5 years, right? Where do you see now? Obviously, you said 500,000. Like, is there any music coming out in 2022 sometime?
Yep.
Yeah. Something? Or are we expecting something like 2022, like in the winter? Or are we going waiting in somewhere, deeper in time? Is it an album? Is it anything?
I'm not really sure what 2022 looks like right now. I'm kind of just taking it one song at a time and seeing where we're going, seeing how they how people take them, and then I don't know. We'll see if I have the support and I have the time.
Yeah,
probably,
100%.
I might get an album out there. So we'll see.
You heard it here.
That'd probably be like fall, winter 2022. But
that's good because all this interview should be out by then. So yes. So yeah, hopefully, I'm just releasing them back to back now. So all right. I think one last question, bro. I think we should. All right. So, what's some advice you will give some aspiring artist who wants to follow in your footsteps or wants to be in the music industry? What would you tell them?
I'd say if you're just starting out, find as many people as you can who are a bit further along than you are. Collab with as many people as possible, preferably people who have more of a reach than you do. And yeah, keep working on your own craft, keep working on songwriting, keep listening to good music, and yeah, it'll come. Like you're gonna have to keep working at it. Like you're not gonna write one song after just writing like a few songs. You're not gonna write that hit song after just writing a few songs. You're gonna need to write a lot. So yeah, I just say keep working, keep going, and keep collabing. So.
All right. Do you want to give them your Instagram, your Spotify, all that?
Yeah. So
social.
At Narrowhaven Music is my Instagram. Narrowhaven is on Spotify, Apple Music. I'm up on YouTube as well. Yeah, that's where I'm at. So.
All right, guys. Thank you for joining Perfect Timing. Thank you, Narrowhaven. I'm gonna say your real name too. I'm sorry, Silas. You're amazing. And yeah, we out.
So drained, remind me of what's your name. Is anybody listening to you? Does anybody really care for you? I can tell